YouTube, what's going on, guys? Patch here. Hope you guys are all having a fantastic day. I hope you had a great long weekend if you guys are in a country that celebrates that. Now, I have one of the most important Bitcoin patterns forming for us in the charts I want to talk to you guys about. Not many people are talking about this, and this is going to be the indicator on if we are going to bounce back up bullish, hit new all-time highs potentially, just having some green momentum over the next few weeks, or if we are going to continue to the downside, maybe even a little sideways slash to the downside, and potentially test new lows from this bull run. This is the number one signal that plays out a majority of the time in crypto. A majority of the time, it's one of my favorite signals altogether. It's very, very accurate. Let me show you guys what I'm talking about. Before we get started with that, though, if you guys want to see every single one of the trades myself and my expert team are in, check out the first link down below in the description. Every altcoin trade, every leverage trade, you get access to the number one community in the crypto space. It is free for 14 days. So 2 weeks after you sign up, you can try it out. If it doesn't work for you, you don't like it, whatever it is, all you have to do is cancel and you'll avoid getting charged. Really breaking down all the barriers. While Bitcoin's been going down, while Bitcoin's been going up, we've had trades and we've been able to profit entering and exiting at the right time. But here is the pattern that I was talking about for Bitcoin, right? Really quick, before we talk about this too, I'm debating turning this more into a live stream thing where we hop on maybe for like 20, 30 minutes every day on a live stream and kind of interact that way. I want to hear you guys' thoughts. Let me know in the comments down below. I know I've dabbled in the idea before. I've thought about it before, but I think it might be one of the best ways to kind of interact, kind of have a conversation about everything going on. So let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. Leave a thumbs up. That was what you guys want to see. But again, this is the breakout pattern that we are forming. I've mentioned this pattern multiple times. If you guys are viewers of the channel, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. The breakout pattern is, I think I can say, my favorite pattern. What ends up happening is Bitcoin has a trend and then starts to trade in a narrowing price range. We have volume start to decrease. Things get kind of boring until we see a break either to the upside or to the downside. The beauty here is it doesn't matter which side it breaks down, money can be made. Yes, the bias inherently is going to be we hope we go back up, we hope we go back to 56K, 60K, 70K. I get it, and I 100% agree. My bias would be towards that too. However, don't forget, money is made. Most of the money is made during a bear market. And a good way to look at it is maybe the sooner we get into a bear market, the sooner we get into the next bull run. Now, I'm not saying I don't think the bull run's over. My bias is still that we do have more room to grow, to go. This is, I think, a coordinated attack on crypto. I think a coordinated, not really an attack, I think coordinated dump in order to let people who didn't buy in, if that makes sense, right? You and me, if we miss the boat, we have to buy it at the price it is. Other companies, we've talked about it before, other names, companies, institutions, they don't have to play that same game. Right? I guess it's one of the privileges they have of being as big as they are. Call it what it is, but that's the case. Now, this breakout pattern, if we break below, what we like to see, confirmation of breaking the support. We want to see volume come in. We want to see, again, that confirmation, maybe even a retest, an excellent short opportunity for anybody who's looking at Bitcoin. This could be a Bitcoin, Ethereum, any altcoin, an excellent short opportunity for those who are looking for one. And again, that could then, you could use Bybit and Exchange or Binance. Links to those if you guys want deposit bonuses, discounted fees are all in the description as well. Being able to short Bitcoin is a huge advantage when you have patterns like this. Or we break to the upside. Same thing. We want to see that confirmation. We want to see candle close. We want to see volume come in. All of that we want to see happen that can take us up to higher levels. Again, that volume surge that comes in is then what makes this move so big. And the bigger the breakout pattern, goes on for, this is the 4-hourly candle. So this has been in the works since the 19th of May. The longer this goes on for, the bigger the move once we actually see the breakout happen. So that's exactly what I'm watching out for in the more micro levels, right? And again, you can long this 5x, 10x, 1x, whatever it is you want to do. You can long it on these exchanges as well. That's really what gives you the advantage going forward. But we are at 37. We're having a little bit of a pump ever since I started talking. Maybe I just don't stop talking. The price keeps going up. Maybe I'm the reason Bitcoin's pumping. I'll take it. But anyways, if we look at the micro, what's happening, we have 2 wicks to the downside in the 4-hour candle, right? Showing it tried to go down, but we had buying power, buying it back up. Now, we also have the EMA ribbon starting to close up again like it did over here, Keep in mind the EMA ribbon did not flip bullish during this level. We tried to break above it. We even entered into the EMA ribbon playing a game of like trading within the EMA ribbon. We entered that. We couldn't flip bullish. We couldn't break above the EMA ribbon here. But keep in mind, or keep an eye out for this right here, because we had the initial test of the resistance. Then we came down here, and instead of just rejecting and continuing down, we actually had the 2 wicks form, and we're staying within the EMA ribbon. This is usually a potential sign, right? A good sign for us potentially to break above. This is usually what we see happen. Rarely do we see something go just kind of like this, right? A lot of the times we actually see a test of the top, then it tests the bottom, and it does something more like this. Again, golden nugget for those of you who didn't know, watch out for this pattern. Watch out. Go look at it previously, the amount of time it's played out. Go look for it, right? And so we want to see that pattern come in here. If we do break above the EMA ribbon 4 hour, we're going to be looking at this resistance. If we get the flip of the EMA ribbon into bullish, by that point in time, I think it's too late. I think we are going to go in. We have to break to the upside. These EMA ribbons are strong. If that does happen, I think the likelihood of breaking to the upside increases significant. Otherwise, don't forget, we are coming into this pattern on a downtrend, and a lot of people continue or consider the breakout pattern potentially even just a continuation play before we see something like this happen. Right now, the RSI is starting to climb. We do have some support if I draw it roughly this way over here. We also might even have a resistance channel up top, but we do have a support from the RSI. The trend generally is going up. There is upside room here, and it really just comes down to what Bitcoin's going to do at this moment in time in the short term if we are going to break above the EMA ribbon and then start moving that way on the 4 hour. The 1 hour, if we look at that one, is already trying to have that breakout. We saw, you know, the flip came in bullish here. The breakout came in here, retested it here. Now it's bouncing off of it again. A lot of stuff happening. Hopefully, by the time I upload this video, nothing crazy has happened. You guys have the opportunity to set up the positions in every way you want and be prepared that way. Now, here's to, I mean, at this point, we just become a Cardano channel, I think, because of how much I talk about it. But all right, guys, so before we continue the rest of the video, I want to shout out our sponsor, Cafeswap Now, before you guys get into this, make sure you do your own research, all that good stuff. But they wanted me to highlight a few different things. Starting off, you can see their brew stat, the total market cap just under 10 mil. Circulating supply 3.3 mil, total brew burn just under 240,000. Now they have this smart vault feature. Now the vault is an automation tool to continuously invest as well as reinvest deposited funds, which is going to help achieve high levels of returns due to compound interest, right? That's sort of what they're aiming for. They have the APY, the daily, the monthly, all that stuff, APY, and that is including the compounding effect already. So you can kind of see how everything would play out together. So each vault can either refer to a pair of tokens invested in liquidity pool within the Binance Smart Chain ecosystem or a single token invested in lending platforms. So after investing their token, the user is supplied with SV Cafe tokens, which represents their stake/vault shares, right? So how does it work? You deposit the LP single tokens in the vault. The vault deposits the token to the respective platform's contract. Then you get vault shares token to determine your deposit share, and the vault reinvests the profit gained from your investment, and you get an increased APY overall. Now, a very important part to note is the fee structure. So Cafeswap Smart Vault charges 2.5% fees as of now on the profits earned by users, and these fees are changeable for upcoming smart vaults, but the fees will always remain less from other auto compounding vaults. Their goal is to obviously have the lower fees, the better for them, and as well in order to get more adoption overall. So this is a detailed documentation of the distribution of fees. Brew burn fees during each harvest. A small fee of 1.5 to 2.5% is charged on the profits made by the users to buy back and burn brew tokens. Currently, the brew burn fee varies depending on the vault being used. All of that. There's a call fee of 0.5% during each harvest as well. That's when it comes to the actual vaults. One of the cool things they had happen recently, and they're having another one happen on Sunday. By the time you guys are watching this, it will have passed, so keep an eye out for this. The first ICO, the initial cafe offering, came out for the Mocha token. Mocha is finally here. A few other cool things that they have added since then. Again, they had the ICO of the token called Mocha, which is what we just talked about. Mocha token, their dual farming feature will come, and information about the NFT staking feature as well. They have a partnership agreement with Ontology, which is one of the cryptocurrencies that have been around for a very, very long time. A lot of people's favorites, if it came down to like 2017, I think it was at a conference I was at, a lot of people's top 5 cryptocurrencies, Ontology was on that list. And they also have an ICO coming out Sunday, May 30th or 31st. I don't remember exactly which day it was. Might be Sunday or Monday, depending on where you are, all that stuff. The times can vary. So make sure you guys check that out. Of course, it will have happened by the time you're watching the video. So check out all this stuff. A lot of cool partnerships, a lot of cool things coming out into a relatively new platform. If there's something you guys are interested in, make sure you check that out. Of course, do your own research, all that good stuff. And let's get back to the regular video. Let's talk about some good news about Cardano. Cardano's been holding up incredibly well compared to Bitcoin. 1.73. Again, it got to a peak of 2.4, but this was relatively short. If we just kind of look at the average, it's been, hovering around, or it went to a very little time is spent above $2. For the most part, let's just call it, around this range, meaning, that a lot of people are still in profit in Cardano, right? A lot of people are still in profit. If you're watching this channel, you are guaranteed to be in profit because we talked about Cardano at like 8 cents, 32 cents, $1.10, twice. I think $1.10. We talked about picking it up, and then $1.30. I think it was my recent purchase around this level. At this point, you should be in profit in Cardano. Even though Bitcoin, a lot of people who bought at the top either have sold out now or they're not in profit. But keep an eye out on this for Cardano. This is what I'm eyeing right here. This resistance level. We could also potentially draw a support somewhere like, if we try to connect all the dots, something like this would be the pattern that we're looking for in Cardano. Again, breakout pattern potentially, seeing if we break above, below. Same type of play we're looking at, confirmation up, confirmation down. Look for the volume to come in. Let's open the volume. Looking for the volume to come in. Also having a little bit of a decreased volume. Whatever move happens is going to be a pretty decent size move, I think, from these levels. However, this is the difference. With Bitcoin, we haven't seen the flip on the EMA ribbon. With Cardano, we actually have. And we have 2 big wicks to the downside from up here, showing a lot of buying strength at this level, around the $1.70, $1.72 range. We're seeing the buying power here. We saw the flip come in here. Now, keep in mind, this is still a very tight EMA ribbon. We saw even during this level, we were above, below, right? We saw this even though we tried to flip here. It was the EMA ribbon is thin. There's a lot of movement, a lot of volatility at this moment in time. It's not looking like this where it's spread out. We have a lot of room to move. If we get time for this to spread out, dangerous because Cardano, again, this resistance is probably going to be broken if we get the EMA ribbon to open. There's not much room here, right? It's a very, very narrow area where Cardano can have that move. And if it flips, the EMA ribbon is always really strong. I would expect the breakout to be to the upside as well. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Money is made during bear markets. If you look at anybody who's made consistent money, if you're not a trader, you're just buy and hold, the people who made the best investments are people who set a $500 a month purchase, and that's all they did. Set $500 a month, once a month, it auto purchases on Coinbase, $500, right? And they did this since 2016. And then, they might have bought in a total of like $60K, right? They saw some of you can up or whatever. They might have bought in a total of like $50K worth of Bitcoin, and that Bitcoin's now worth around $1 million. So if you're playing just the long-term game, consider setting an auto buy and forget about it. Forget about it. You're investing it for the long term. Forget about it. It's an asset class. It's a volatile asset class. It's gonna do its crazy things, but don't stress out. Don't, it's not worth the headache of looking at it 24/7 if you're not gonna be trading it. Then it's just stress. You're cutting years off your life for absolutely no reason. It's silly. If you are trading it, emotions gotta leave. And I know it's hard to say, but emotions have to leave. Even I struggle with it. When Bitcoin's dropping 30% in a day, or Cardano's dropping 30% a day, and I'm sat there like, where's my money going? Right? Difficult. But at the end of the day, we need to have emotions off the table. Look for the opportunities here. Look for the opportunities up here. And check out the market sentiment on Twitter. If everybody is bearish, buy. If everybody is bullish, sell. You're going to win 99% of the time. People have no clue what's happening in the market. No clue. Even some of the favorite influence. People don't know anything. If you haven't been around the space for long enough, if you don't understand technical analysis, if you haven't been in other assets, if you haven't studied the history of different assets and seeing how things have played out, you probably have no clue what's going on in the space. And that's fine. So just keep that in mind. Don't listen to the average Joe. The average Joe is going to get it wrong. That's why, if you guys like money, if you guys like winning, you'll watch this channel over here, because we play the game smart. We play the game smart. We play the patterns. We play the breakouts. It doesn't matter if it goes up or down. We play the making money factor. That's all I care about. Right? So guys, hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you guys did, don't forget, leave a thumbs up, leave a comment down below letting me know what you guys want to see in future videos. Also, let me know if you guys want to see the live streams, and also if you think breakout pattern up or down. Either way, it's going to be pretty crazy. Let me know your guys' thoughts down below in the comments, and I'll see you on the next one.